and it is a more AR carving appropriate scope. So for unboxing, now there's no model number that I can see on the outside of this box. So I'm not sure what the model number is. We'll probably discover that as we go in. The first thing, there is a nice lens cloth, as you'd expect. A CR2032 battery, presumably for the sight. The requisite Allen wrenches, that's kind of nice. And a battery that I presume is for the laser. And then there is the sight itself. Little silicone drying thing. And it has rubber caps. A rubber cap over the lens, which is really on there quite snugly. So that's useful. And there we have the sight. This is my first real viewing of this. I'm guessing the battery for the laser goes in here, since that's where it looks like it would fit. That's all nice and easy. This is all machined aluminum, which is kind of nice. No polymer in here, and so there's the battery for the laser is in, and the laser doesn't come on, so perhaps I have it backwards. Of course, I could just take the battery out and look at the instructions, which are the next thing we encounter in the box. So, electro-dot sight instructions. Battery. Powered by a 3-volt lithium battery, CR32, and a one-piece 1420 battery. Should your reticle grow dim or not light, you'll need to replace the battery. Unscrew the battery cover. Okay. So, I don't see anything indicating which way the battery goes in. But there's a spring there, so I'm going to put the flat part against the spring, since it didn't work the other way. Screws in quite a bit of thread engagement there. I imagine that's going to not leak. And oh, there is a bright green laser. That's rather nice. So let's put the battery in. Okay, I can see you have adjustable brightness on this ring that this battery goes into. I like that they use these batteries because everyone does, and I have scads of them lying around, so it's handy. All right, so let's drop that in. Screw this on. Very fine threads on these, there always is. So sometimes they're a bit of a pain. Got that screwed down nice and tight, and now we are on, I would imagine. Yep. There is a light source in there. I'm not actually seeing a dot on the scope, however. Oh, there it is. There is a green reticle. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. And there are supposed to be options for, oh, here it is. There's a switch. So we have green reticle, green circle, green dot, and going the other direction. So it's all green. I like green. So you've got the choice of a dot, a reticle, or a circle reticle. And it's all pretty nifty. Oh, hang on. Well, that's interesting. There are green letters and red letters. You can have a red dot, or reticle, or circle, or whatever. It's hard to get this lined up with the camera, but I can see it. There it is. So, yeah. So that's all very interesting. I'm rather a fan of dots myself. And it is adjustable through 5 positions of brightness. So, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. It looks like a 3 MOA dot, which is fine with me. Okay, so let's turn this off. It looks like I have to turn it all the way down. Oh, I see. It goes straight from 5 to G, whatever G is. G is apparently off. The optical quality is actually pretty good. I'm not seeing any hazing or fuzzing around the edges. It really looks okay. And yeah, it all looks solid. Machined aluminum. You know, there's no polymer. I do not see any way of adjusting the laser to co-witness. And now I'm wrong. You can co-witness the laser with these adjustments. So, I'm going to have to mount these on the gun, take it to the range, get it sighted in, see if I can get the laser to co-witness, and then give it a good test. But, it seems a solid unit. Personally, I don't care about the laser one way or another. But it's there, so, you know, we'll test it. And, it seems pretty reasonable. And unlike some of the sights I've gotten from China, it looks like it might actually be rainproof. The emitter is shrouded. This is tilted back a little bit. And there's no obvious places for water to get in and muck things up from above. I have no idea if it's submersible, but I'm going to consult the directions further and see what they have to say. So, next step is sticking it on the rifle. And that's what it looks like mounted on my Aero Precision X15 carbine. It looks remarkably like a red dot and laser mounted on an Aero Precision X15 carbine. It seems solid. It's all aluminum. We're going to test it. Get it sighted in, get the laser co-witnessed, knock it about some. What we are not going to do is drop it on top of the lens, because if you look at that, it's really obvious that it's going to break if you do. So don't do that. But, we'll see. I mean, it looks pretty promising. And the laser, turn this on, turn this on. The laser very almost exactly co-witnesses with the dot from the factory. So, I'm not sure what that means, except perhaps someone was paying attention. I don't know. But we'll get it sighted in, knock it about a bit, and see what's what. Probably douse it with water too, just for good measure. Anyway, early days. We'll see what happens. And I'll certainly let you know.